Hey guys, so for this video, we are going to discuss the different parts of human reproductive system and its functions. Let's start with the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system is a grouping of organs that makes up a man's reproductive and urinary system. These organs do the following jobs within your body. They produce, maintain, and transport sperm. They discharge sperm into the female reproductive tract, and they produce and secrete male sex hormones. The male reproductive system is made up of internal and external parts. Let us first discuss the external parts. The external parts of the female reproductive system includes penis, the scrotum, the testicles or testes. Lastly is epididymis. Let's first discuss the penis. The penis is the male organ for sexual intercourse. It has three parts: the root, the body or shaft, and the glans. The root is the part of the penis that is attached to the walls of a man's abdomen. The body or shaft is shaped like a tube or cylinder. The skin of a penis is loose and elastic, allowing for changes in penis size during an erection. The glans is a cone-shaped end of the penis. It is also called the head of the penis. It is covered with a loose layer of skin called foreskin. This skin is sometimes removed in a procedure called circumcision. Did you know the benefits of medical male circumcision includes reduced risk of acquiring HIV and STIs, improves hygiene, lowers the risk of cancer of the penis, and lower the risk of cervical cancer for circumcised man's partner or spouse. The next part of the male reproductive system is the scrotum. The scrotum is the loose pouch-like sac of skin that hangs behind the penis. It holds the testicles, also called as testes, as well as many nerves and blood vessels. The scrotum protects your testes, as well as providing a sort of climate control system. Next one is the testicles or the testes. The testes are oval organs about the size of a very large olives that lie in the scrotum, secured at either end by a structure called the spermatic cord. The testes is also responsible for making the testosterones, for producing sperms, and being the primary male sex hormone. The last one is the epididymis. The epididymis is a long coiled tube that rests on the backside of each testicle. It carries and stores sperm cells that are created in the testes. So let's now proceed to the internal parts of the male reproductive system. The internal parts of the male reproductive system includes the vas deferens, the ejaculatory ducts, the urethra, seminal vesicles, prostate gland, and the bulbourethral glands. Vas deferens transports mature sperm to the urethra in preparation for ejaculation. Ejaculatory ducts are formed by the fusion of the vas deferens and the seminal vesicles. Urethra is the tube that carries urine from the bladder to outside of your body. It has the additional function of expelling semen when you reach orgasm. Seminal vesicles are sac-like pouches that attach to the vas deferens near the base of the bladder. Prostate glands are a walnut-sized structure that's located below the urinary bladder in front of the rectum. The prostate gland contributes additional fluid to the ejaculation. Bulbourethral glands are pea-sized structures located on the side of the urethra, just below the prostate gland. These glands produce a clear, slippery fluid that empties directly into the urethra. This fluid serves to lubricate the urethra and to neutralize any acidity that may be present due to residual drops of urine in the urethra. Let's now proceed to the female reproductive system. The female reproductive system is designed to carry out several functions: to produce female egg cells necessary for reproduction, to be fertilized, or if not, is to menstruate, and to produce female sex hormones to maintain the reproductive cycle. The function of the external female reproductive structures, which is the genitals, is to enable sperm to enter the body and to protect the internal genital organs from infectious organisms. The external structures of the female reproductive system includes the labia majora, labia minora, Bartholin's glands, and the clitoris. The labia majora enclose and protect the other external reproductive organs, literally translated as large lips. The labia majora are relatively large and fleshy and are comparable to the scrotum in males. The labia majora contains sweat and oil-secreting glands. After puberty, the labia majora are covered with hair. Next one is the labia minora, literally translated as small lips. The labia minora can be very small or up to 2 inches wide. They lie just inside the labia majora and surround the openings to the vagina, which is the canal that joins the lower part of the uterus to the outside of the body, and urethra, which is the tube that carries urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. Next is the Bartholin's glands. These glands are located beside the vaginal opening and produces a fluid secretion. Lastly is the clitoris. The two labia minora meets at the clitoris. It is a small sensitive protrusion that is comparable to the penis in males. The clitoris is covered by a fold of skin called the prepuce, which is similar to the foreskin at the end of the penis. Like the penis, the clitoris is very sensitive to stimulation and can become erect. Let us now discuss the internal organs of the female reproductive system. It includes the vagina, uterus, ovaries, and the fallopian tubes. First is vagina. The vagina is a canal that joins the cervix, which is the lower part of the uterus, to the outside of the body. It is also known as the birth canal. Uterus or womb is a hollow pear-shaped organ that is the home to a developing fetus. The uterus is divided into two parts, the cervix, which is the lower part that opens into the vagina, and the main body of the uterus, called the corpus. The corpus can easily expand to hold a developing baby. It is a channel through the cervix that allows sperm to enter and menstrual blood to exit. Next is the ovaries. The ovaries are small oval-shaped glands that are located on either side of the uterus. The ovaries produce eggs and hormones. Lastly is the fallopian tubes. These are narrow tubes that are attached to the upper part of the uterus and serves as a tunnel for the ova or egg cells. Did you know? One study revealed that only 43% of women bleed during initial intercourse. Bleeding does not indicate breaking of the hymen. The first bleed could be caused by tense vaginal muscles, inadequate lubrication, rushed entry, or vaginal abrasions. So that's it for our discussions. Thank you for watching.